Hey, I'm out here early, and I'm going to do a quick video here because it's fairly relevant. This is what I do when I first break into an engine that's just been run or when it's being disassembled. This is standard type stuff you see, but I like to put it out there anyway. So the first thing I do when you take the valve covers off is I look in all the little oil pools with a flashlight. I mean, obviously I don't have a flashlight here, but you know what I'm saying. And look for anything shiny, look for any metal. Look at everything. You don't see a piece of something laying in there, because I have seen that before. I mean, it was pretty obvious what had happened, but in that case, I've seen ball studs break off. I've seen pieces of rocker arms laying there. Luckily, with a couple failures I've seen on different stuff, it has ended up in here and not down there, which is an ultimately better scenario. But look at all your push rods. Now, some of them aren't going to spin because there's going to be, spring load on them. Look for any discoloration on any of these push rod cups, because if something gets hot, they'll turn blue, like they've been super hot, obviously. You can see all those. And actually what I do, and what I'm about to do right now, is to go through the Mopar Performance Book lashing thing. I'm not looking to lash anything, so it's just going to be an inspection. It's going to be fast. You just use your little chart. I always follow this chart. I always have. And I've never had an issue with it. With cams up to 266 or a little bigger. I don't know what era this book is. It's part number P5249010. I don't know what year that was put out, but I've always followed that book, and it's always been fine with some bigger camshafts and stuff. I think there's a couple different techniques of valve lashing, how many cycles you do on the crank and stuff. This setup is a four cycle, and I've never had an issue with it. But look in all the pools, look for all the springs. See if you can visually see any springs broken, because these will just bust, and you can see them stacked up weird, and it'll stick right out to you. That guy's about at full lift right there. Make sure you don't see anything weird. Smell stuff too. You can smell it. You can tell if something smells different. Like if you're like, ooh, that doesn't smell right. It's mega. It's been hot or something, This all looks good. I'm positive nothing's good here, because I was with this as it broke in. I listened the whole time. But you still have to do all this. Make sure you look at your spring spacers and washers here. They're all spacer shims, whatever you want to call them. Make sure they haven't been hot or damaged. Because if you catch something now, you can understand what's going on, and you might have caught it before you take shit apart and get confused, right? There's a couple schools of thought as well on how to take apart and put together engines, on whether you want to use power tools or not. Me personally, I'm in the camp of I like to use hand tools on all this stuff, just because I like to feel. There's an infinitely more finite feel to when you're, what's going on with every thread and bolt. And if something's misaligned, you can feel that. And it's so easy to damage a thread with a power tool. If you get something misaligned once, bam, it'll set you back for, ever until you get it fixed. And that sucks. So I'd rather take my time, you know what I mean? Lose 20 minutes total using hand tools, or days and money getting something fixed. So that's just the way I feel. Other people don't do that, but whatever. I'm going to make another video in a little bit about, I can just stack it in on this. Well, not now. I'm going to do it different later.